Welcome to Money Daily, your daily dose of financial insights to help you see further. Now, imagine this. A company with a market value of $100 trillion, SpaceX. What's your first reaction? Do you think I'm dreaming or that this is some crazy financial bubble? Well, for investors, especially those holding Tesla or anyone who's thinking about humanity's future, you need to listen to today's deep dive. This isn't just about money, it's about how humanity is truly pricing its dreams. Let's start with that jaw-dropping number, $100 trillion. That's 25 times the value of Apple. When Elon Musk responded to this prediction, he didn't laugh it off. Instead, he simply said, yes. But hold on, this valuation isn't based on Starlink or even renting out Falcon 9 rockets. Its core is something much bigger, the industrialization of the moon. Picture this. On the moon, 380,000 kilometers from Earth, there's a fully automated, AI-driven satellite factory. Massive electromagnetic mass drivers are launching mined minerals into lunar orbit. The moon is an ideal environment for mass drivers. It has no atmosphere, so once you accelerate an object, there's no air resistance slowing it down. And the moon's gravity is only 1/6 of Earth's, meaning escape velocity is much lower, about 2.4 kilometers per second, compared to Earth's 11.2 kilometers per second. Think of a mass driver as a gigantic electromagnetic railgun stretched across the moon's surface. It works simply. Using electromagnetic forces, it accelerates a cargo container filled with lunar minerals along a multi-kilometer track. When the container reaches the end of the track, it's traveling fast enough to break free of the moon's gravity and shoot directly into space, headed either for Earth or Mars. And here's the kicker. No expensive rocket fuel is required, just electricity, which can be powered by the moon's endless solar energy. We all know that cost determines survival. Right now, launching anything from Earth to space, even with SpaceX's Falcon 9, the cheapest option, costs thousands of dollars per kilogram. But with a lunar mass driver, the economics will completely change. Sure, building such a massive electromagnetic rail will cost hundreds of billions or even trillions of dollars. But once it's operational, the marginal cost per shipment is almost negligible. The price of electricity to launch one cargo might even be less than a subway ride in New York. Imagine this. Future lunar mining operations could produce helium-3 for nuclear fusion or rare metals. Launching them back to Earth using rockets would be prohibitively expensive. But with a mass driver, it's like setting up a money-making machine on the moon, constantly firing valuable resources into space. This is why Musk is willing to acknowledge the $100 trillion valuation. He's not just selling rockets, he's building a cheap, high-speed highway from the moon to the entire universe. Whoever controls that highway will control global wealth for the coming centuries. Once you understand this, you'll see that SpaceX isn't just a rocket company. It's set to become the backbone of the Earth-Moon economic system. It's like the future version of the East India Company, except its borders aren't the oceans, they're the stars. Now, you might be wondering, if the future is so bright, when exactly will SpaceX go public? The latest market predictions say that SpaceX's IPO could happen around next June. But there's a catch. SpaceX is no ordinary company. It's the ultimate faith for space enthusiasts and investors alike. Here's where it gets interesting. Bill Ackman, the legendary hedge fund manager from Wall Street, has come up with an ingenious plan for SpaceX's IPO. It's almost like a form of financial democratization. If you own Tesla shares, you'll get a special right to buy SpaceX stock at a fixed price. The idea is simple. For every Tesla share you own, you'll get the right to buy one SpaceX share. Let's break it down with an example. If you currently own 100 Tesla shares, you'll have the right to purchase 100 SpaceX shares at a fixed price. If SpaceX's fair market value ends up being $100 per share, but your option price is locked at $50, you'd make $50 per share. That's $5,000 in total. But here's the twist. There's even a bonus. Ackman's plan also gives these investors the right to participate in the IPO of X AI, Musk's next venture. This strategy is brilliant. Musk is essentially building a super team, with Tesla handling data and cash flow, SpaceX pushing the physical boundaries of space, and XAI providing the brainpower. With this structure, Musk is linking the fates of these three companies at the shareholder level. By investing, you're not just buying a car or a ticket to Mars, you're buying a passport into Musk's empire. As the empire grows, whether a division goes public or not, early investors will be rewarded. Some might ask why Musk and Ackman don't just go the traditional IPO route. Well, the traditional IPO process can be a double-edged sword. If SpaceX raises $40 billion, investment banks could take billions in fees. Ackman's plan? Zero underwriting fees. The only costs are legal and administrative. For Musk, who needs every penny for rocket development, this is incredibly tempting. Then there's the stability factor. What's SpaceX's worst fear? Having short-sighted institutional investors panic sell the stock after a failed rocket launch, forcing the company to compromise on long-term goals to satisfy quarterly earnings. With Ackman's plan, the shareholder structure would be far more stable. Thousands of Tesla fans would directly own shares in SpaceX, and these investors aren't here for short-term gains. They're betting on humanity's future, and that's a crucial defense against market volatility. This kind of shareholder base is a moat that any great company dreams of. Finally, Ackman has promised that his hedge fund, Pershing Square Capital, will invest $4 billion as cornerstone funding. That means SpaceX's IPO is essentially guaranteed to be fully funded, no matter what happens in the market. Even though Ackman claims that the SEC has already approved this plan, a structure like this, where stock options are distributed to specific shareholders, has no precedent in history. Will the regulatory bodies intervene, claiming unfair competition or market manipulation? That's still an open question. So, while the future looks bright for SpaceX, there are still plenty of hurdles ahead. But one thing is certain, Musk is playing the long game, and if he pulls this off, we could be looking at a trillion-dollar space economy in the making. Execution risk, the foundation of SpaceX's valuation. As Musk himself has said, this $100 trillion blueprint is built on achieving one key goal: the speed of Starship's iterations. If Starship encounters major setbacks in the next 2 years during crucial tests, and the vision of a moon base is delayed, the valuation logic will start to wobble. Liquidity pressure is another factor. For regular investors, exercising these rights requires cold, hard cash. Let's say the exercise price for SpaceX is set at $50 per share, and you own 1,000 Tesla shares. That means you'll need an extra $50,000 to buy into SpaceX. For many retail investors, this could be a significant financial burden. Sure, you could sell the warrants to realize cash, but this large-scale selling pressure would likely lower the warrant price. These are the risks we need to carefully consider. Finally, I want to share a deeper insight. For a long time, our understanding of the stock market has been based on cold numbers like earnings reports, P/E ratios, and book values. But what Musk and Ackman are attempting here is something completely new, a fresh capital paradigm. They are turning the capital market into a vision market. In this market, investing is not just about growing wealth, it's about identity, about casting a vote for a future possibility. If this plan succeeds, it could mark the end of an era where traditional investment banks monopolized IPO pricing power. It shows us that a great company can bypass Wall Street's endless cuts and stand directly with the supporters who truly believe in it. Is SpaceX worth $100 trillion? No one knows right now. But when humanity first sets up an electromagnetic railgun on the moon, when the first Mars colonists build greenhouses on the red planet, we'll look back on today and realize that these financial schemes were, in fact, the ladder to interstellar civilization. For long-term Tesla holders, this might be history's most generous reward for patience and vision. And for all of us, witnessing this top-tier game is itself a front-row seat to history in the making. Thanks for watching. This is Money Daily. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and hit the notification bell. Also, feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments below. See you in the next episode.